Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's diaries I'm going to be talking about the most recent book I've read called The Vinci Code by Dan Brown. The known one. Now before I carry on, I'd like to make some disclaimers about this video. First of all, nothing sponsored in this video, but I'm going to have a link for you guys if you want to buy the book. I have a link with you in the description, but again, not sponsored, just remember that. And the second disclaimer is this is just my opinion. There are a lot of trigger warnings about that book when it comes to faith, religion, all that stuff. I have to mention it before you decide to read it because I know it is quite a tough one. And I just want to tell you that everything I say, I don't judge the context of the book, I don't judge it, and I don't comment on it because that's, I think, completely irrelevant to the actual review I'm doing for it. I will focus only about the plot and writing style because I think that's the most important thing for a book, for a reader to know why should I buy this book or why should I not buy this book, not the context. Yes, there are some trigger warnings, but I'm not going to comment on them because the context of the book is very relevant to the actual plot. Clear? Yeah. Now, before I carry on with the actual review, I'd like to say a bit about the plot. So it is a crime book, a thriller to be exact, and the storyline goes as so. An American professor who works at Harvard visits Paris for a couple of days in order to give some lectures, and he accidentally, let's say, meets up with this French codebreaker, and they are both asked to solve a mystery around 4 murders contained because of ancient papers aged more than 2,000 years ago. Basically, that is the story. That's everything you have to know before you read the book, because everything is explained in it after you read it. Now let's jump into the actual review. First, I'm going to talk about the plot because I think it's really interesting. It's literally one of the best books that I've ever read. There's a lot of surprises in it, which is a bit, I guess it's fine because we're talking about a thriller, but the surprises throughout it is just so unexpected. You wouldn't really know it would happen because everything seems very different from what it actually is like. I wouldn't say I was ever bored with that book. I literally couldn't put it down. I was literally reading it like a maniac. And I would say that the plot twists are the best part of the book because they are very on point, always at the right timing, never too much, but not too little, not just a few, It's the perfect amount of plot twists at the right time, in the right context, all of it. Yes, the plot is very complicated, but as I said before, it is well explained in the book. It is interesting, and after you finish the book, you know what the author was talking about. You don't feel like you don't know, which is a good thing. So yeah, if you're asking me about the plot, totally recommend it. Now I'm going to move on to the writing style. Now, the writing style is particularly a bit specialized, if that makes sense. There's a lot of definitions in it, but they are well explained. They are explained throughout the narrative, and there are some comments at the bottom which are very useful as well. I don't know if these comments were from the Greek translator, because I read it in Greek, or from Dan Brown himself, but there are explanations. And throughout the narrative, there are explanations. Anything that you don't understand, you will understand on a later level after some time if you keep reading. What made me really excited about that? It's set in Paris. It's set in, well, most of it in Paris. And Dan Brown does use some French phrases, which I know French isn't really a popular language, but it makes it very authentic. It makes it genuinely authentic to the French culture, because as you all know, French don't like speaking any other language than their own, which is fair enough. But yeah, however, there are explanations of the French phrases throughout the narrative. It's not like a different part. It's literally, the narrative. And when there's no French words, but a French person is speaking in French, he very, very creatively puts it that, this guy is speaking French and not English, even though I'm writing it in English, yeah, I think the writing style is a bit more difficult to understand with a complicated plot. It is, vocabulary comes in a complicated way, but everything is explained both in the plot and the writing style, so I don't think there's any problem understanding either of those. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. I guess that's it. Now, just an overall comment. After I finished it, I think I've said that to my mom. It should be an escape room game. It should definitely be an escape room game. I stand by that, honestly. I think it's great. There's a lot of, it's like a treasure hunt. The story is based on treasure hunts, and it does feel like it when you read it. You travel with them, and you are as excited as them as the characters. So imagine if that was an escape room game, it would be absolutely amazing. I couldn't put it down. I just keep coming back to, yes, it's complicated, but then you're so invested in it that you want to finish it and you don't put it down until you finish it. It is long. It is about like 500 pages long, but I would say it's quite flowy. It flows really easily, and you can read it in like maybe not a week, but like 2 weeks definitely. And I would definitely recommend it to all the people who want to read it. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. It was a world phenomenon or whatever it was, and I think it totally deserved it when that happened. And I know there's also a film. I think it was from 2006 or something with Tom Hanks. And I really want to see it now. I didn't see it because I kind of want the book to settle in me and then watch the film, because I know that the film will be quite different from the book. We're talking about a very long book, so the film wouldn't be quite the same. But yeah, I totally recommend it. If you want to read it, go for it 100%. Anyway, guys, that was it for this video. I know it's a bit short, but I don't know what else to say without spoiling it for you. If you liked it, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to keep up with me, there's my social media, Instagram and TikTok. And I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching.